Hi, my name is Michelle Holmes, and welcome to another edition of CMS Forex News. Today is Tuesday, April 29, 2008. In New Zealand, imports increased in March while exports declined. The trade balance therefore deteriorated and showed a deficit of 50 million New Zealand dollars. Economists had expected a $40 million surplus. In Australia, business confidence for the first quarter took a sharp turn downward, posting a reading of -4. It's the lowest level since 2001, as near and medium-term expectations have lowered. The Aussie-US dollar pair fell around 70 pips after the releases. In New York trading, it found a boost as dollar weakness took over the markets. It was a similar story for the New Zealand dollar against the greenback. The Kiwi and Aussie also fell against the Japanese yen. Overnight, the Kiwi-yen pair slipped after its trade deficit report. The yen continued to gain into the New York trading session on the back of increased risk aversion. The uncertainty in the equities market can be attributed to the anticipation of tomorrow's FOMC interest rate statement. Mortgage approvals and lending in the UK disappointed. UK mortgage approvals fell to 64,000 in March, the lowest level since records began being kept 9 years ago. Net mortgage lending amounted to £6.9 billion, the lowest in 3 years. The figures reiterated the weak conditions of UK's mortgage market and validated the Bank of England's interventions. However, investors seem to be looking for more rate cuts above anything else. The releases sent the pound lower against the dollar, wiping away yesterday's gains. The pound fell further after the Bank of England's Blankflower said aggressive action was needed to avoid a UK recession. By 2 p.m. Eastern Time, the pound-dollar pair has dropped about 200 pips for the session. The pound-yen pair saw an even steeper fall of 400 pips. Losses fueled by poor lending numbers were extended in New York trading, as weak U.S. releases sent a wave of risk aversion ahead of the FOMC meeting tomorrow. Home prices in 20 metropolitan areas decreased 12.7% compared to last year. Prices do not see any bottom yet, as the report for February showed 17 of the 20 metro areas posting record annual declines and some of the steepest drops for February. The Conference Board Consumer Confidence Index fell to 62.3 for April, a 5-year low. The data showed consumers increasingly pessimistic about their present situation, even as the Future Expectations Index actually increased slightly. U.S. stocks started the day lower. The weak numbers from housing with consumer confidence, coupled with the uncertainty of tomorrow's FOMC statement, increased risk aversion. The dollar-yen pair moved about 100 pips in favor of the yen, finding support near 103.20. Carry trade sentiments aside, the dollar advanced against the euro to a 3-week high. The euro-dollar pair had been falling recently in favor of the greenback, as investors speculate that the Fed will signal it's done cutting interest rates after tomorrow's expected 25 basis point cut. The fundamental docket heats up tonight and tomorrow with several important releases. Tonight, Japan will reveal data on manufacturing, consumer spending, employment, and housing, while the country's central bank is expected to hold rates steady. Overnight, the Eurozone will post its flash estimate of CPI, along with indicators on business and consumer sentiment. The UK, meanwhile, will reveal data on housing prices. Tomorrow, the U.S. opens the day with ADP employment numbers and GDP data and follows that up with Chicago PMI. At 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time, all eyes will be on the Fed's interest rate announcement for clues on future policy. Canada will also post GDP data and its producer prices. That wraps it up for today. Join us here again tomorrow at cmsfx.com for your daily Forex news.